Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Rajan Saramagar. Welcome back to my class once again. I'm here with a very good content for you, and it is causative verb. So obviously I will take a help of my slide. You can see this side. Causative verb. This is a very good content. Before starting causative verb, you should have some information about some parts of causative verb. Let me show you the important parts of the causative verb. What are they? Let me show you. Causative verb, obviously causative verb is very important. And next is considered like causative verb. Here are two verbs which are considered like causative verb, but they are not causative verb, but considered like causative verb. After this, agent. Agent is very important. I will tell you who is known as an agent. And next is object. Object also very important here. Okay. So, and next is a subject. So, causative verb, considered like causative verb, agent, object, and subject. First of all, we will have information about this. I will introduce these with you. Then after, I will start our causative verb. Okay? So let's start first causative verb. What are causative verb here? Okay. Subject. Here you should know what subject is in causative verb. In the case of causative verb, what subject is. So let me tell you. Subject is that person who convinces, who forces, who compels, who wishes, who permits agent to work. Okay? Subject means that persons who compels, who forces, who convinces, who wishes, and who permits agent to work. So then what is agent here? So agent means doer. Simply doer who does work. Okay? Subject convinces or compels or permits or forces or wishes agent, and agent does the work. Okay, so agent means simply doer, especially human beings. Sometimes we also makes animal do something, but here we will talk about especially human beings. So agent means human beings. Remember, doer who does work. Next is object. Object, obviously thing and animal. Okay, here thing and animal, they can be object here. So now after complement of this, just let me brief it once again. Subject means that person who convinces, who compels, who forces, who permits, who wishes agent to do. And agent means doer who does work according to the subject. And object means thing or animal, or here can be animal or thing as an object in causative verb. Now let me show you causative verb and why this causative verb and how these causative verbs are used. Okay, let me now tell you. Yom aka make. Remember, this is the verb 1. And verb 2 of yom aka make is made, M-A-D-E, made. And verb 5 is makes, M-A-K-E-S, makes. So let me show you here. When you want to force somebody or agent in such situations, you can use M-A-K, make causative verb. Make means force agent to work. Okay, agent doesn't want to work that, but subject forces agent to do that work. In such conditions, you can use make causative verb. So make means force. And next is, let's say we have verb 2 is had and verb 5 is has. As has. Okay. So if you want to give responsibility or duty to agent to work, in such situation, you can use have causative verb. Have means give responsibility to agent to work. Okay. Next is a get, G-E-T, get. Get, verb 2 is got, G-O-T, got, and verb 5 is gets, G-E-T-S. We use get, this causative verb, to convince agent to work. Convince. Okay, convince. So now let me give you example, short example with this, for this, 3 causative verb. Make means force. Suppose a boy named Ram doesn't want to dance, but a boy named Sam, okay, wants to see the dance of Ram. So in such a case, Sam forcefully make Ram to dance. So we can say in sentence, Sam makes Ram dance. Sam makes Ram dance. That means what? The Sam is forcing Ram to dance. Okay. Later also we will have a practice how to use them. I will show you. I'm just giving you example. Have, this means give responsibility or duty. Suppose doing homework is responsibility or duty of the student. Okay. Doing homework is a responsibility or duty of the student. So here we can use teacher. Teacher has the student do homework. Teacher has the student do homework. It means what? The teacher is giving responsibility or duty to a student to do homework. Okay. So next is a get. Get means convince. Okay. Suppose if you want to convince someone to do something, okay, you are using very polite way, or you are giving so many example to make that person to understand, or if you want to convince that person. So in such a case, you can use the get. So later we will practice. So these are the causative verb. We have major 3 causative verb: make, have, get. Now let me show you the verbs which are considered like causative verb. What are they? Let me show you. Considered like causative verb, one is let, let. Let, let. Past is verb 2 is let, let. It stands, it's same in past also. And verb 5 is lets, lets. Okay. So why to use let, let causative verb? Permit. Permit agent to work. If you use let consider causative verb, then that means it gives permit. It gives permissions agent to work something. Okay, it gives permission agent or somebody to do something. I will show you example later too. Next is a want. Want, verb 2 is wanted, and verb 5 is wants. W-A-N-T-S, wants. Why to use, or how do we use this want consider like causative verb in causative sentences, verb sentence, like wish. If you use want, that means wish agent to do work, to work. That means wish. Subject shows wishness agent on agent to do something. Okay. Later we will practice these all things. Now we have a major 3 causative verb: one make, have, get, and 2 verbs which are considered like causative verb. One is let, next is want. Let me brief once again. Make is used to force agent to do something. Let's say we have this causative verb is used to give responsibility or duty to agent to do something. And get, get, this causative verb is used to convince agent to do something. And this you can see on your screen. Let is used to permit or give permission or allow agent to do something. And want is used to wish agent to do something. Okay. So I have got just a problem here. Later I will show you the screen here. Okay, once again. So now let's have a practice. Causative verb with agent. Causative verb with agent. Causative verb with object. First of all, we will practice causative verb with agent. Agent means I had told you and I had shown you the slide. Agent means doer. Who does the work according to the subject. Now let's practice causative verb with agent. So you can say subject. Subject means who convinces, who permits, who wishes, who compels, okay, who forces. Agent. So you can say have, make, and lit, let. Subject, make, have, let. After this, if there is agent, then we should use direct verb 1. We cannot use two infinitive verb, 2 plus verb 1. We cannot use infinitive verb. We need to use direct verb 1. Once again, if there is a subject, subject after make, have, get, and after that, if there is agent, agent means doer, okay, who does the work. If there is agent, then we should use direct verb 1, okay. If you use two infinitive verb, then that's wrong. So let's have example here. She makes her brother wash his clothes. She makes her brother wash his clothes. So what is subject here? Subject is she. What is agent here? Agent is her brother. Brother is agent. And after agent there you can see was was main verb. Direct verb 1. His clothes is object. Okay. And what is the causative verb here? makes, makes. So it means what? She is forcing her brother. Her brother doesn't want to wash his clothes, but sister, she is forcing her to wash clothes. Okay. Next, they had Raju complete the project in time. They had Raju complete the project in time. So they is a subject. Had causative verb is there. Had means what? Giving responsibility or duty. It means they are giving duty or responsibility to Raju. Okay. Raju is agent there who does the work. What is his work? His work is to complete the project in time. So Raju is doer. He is doing what is? He is completing the project in time. Okay. Next is I let you use my laptop. That means what? I permit you to use my laptop. It means I subject is giving permission. Agent means there is you agent to use the laptop. It means giving permissions. Okay, allowing. So I let you use my laptop. Now let's have further example here. So let me show you here. So later also I will show you what kind of questions are asked in examinations from this causative verb. Okay. So now let me show you here example. They make me. So dot. Option will be here. dance dance, or danced danced, or to dance dance. What is the right verb? In examination, the question will be asked with options. They make me dance, danced, or to dance. This is the infinitive verb. This is verb 3. This is verb 1. So what is the right? Just I had shown you in the slide that on your screen you could see that. Even you can say, let me show you the screen once again. Subject is they, make is causative verb, and agent is here me. So after agent we need to use direct verb 1. So what is the right answer? Obviously this dance, dance dance, verb 1 is the correct answer. Okay. So you can ask the questions. Why there is not verb 3? Because this is not object. Why there is not infinitive verb 2 plus do? 2 plus verb 1. Later I will show you which causative verb take 2 plus verb 1 infinitive verb. I will show you. Okay. But now you should learn that if there is a make, have, and let, after these 3 causative verb, if there is a subject, then you should use direct verb 1. Like example, they make me dance. They make me dance. If you write they make me to dance, they make me to dance, then it is wrong. It's totally wrong, because make, this causative verb doesn't take infinitive verb. Okay? So this was example. Now let's use these three causative verb with object. Just we practice this three causative verb with agent. Now let's practice this three causative verb with object. Let me show you. So you can see on your screen this side, causative verb with object. This we are getting the problem. I will show you the slide here, so you can see this side. Causative verb with object. So what will be if there is object in the place of agent? Okay. Once again, subject, have, make, let, object. Object is there. If there is object in the place of agent, then we should use direct verb 3. Present participle verb 3. Okay, if there is object. Let me show you example here. She makes his clothes washed. She makes his clothes washed. His clothes is object, so there is direct verb 3, washed. They had the project completed in time. So they had the project. The project is object. Okay, that's why there is completed verb 3 is there. Another is I let my laptop used. My laptop is object, so direct there is verb 3 used. Let's have now more example, and let me clear you. Here, I will start. Okay. Okay, he makes. Okay, Neeraj. Actually, today is my friend's birthday. Neeraj Singh Thakuri. So he makes Neeraj. Okay, he makes Neeraj repair laptop. Okay. He makes Neeraj repair laptop. He is a subject. No any doubt. Makes is causative verb. Causative verb. Neeraj is agent here. Agent. Okay. Repair is main verb. And laptop is object. Okay. Subject is he. Makes is a causative verb. Neeraj is agent. Who is repairing here? Neeraj is repairing. So Neeraj is a doer. So Neeraj is agent. Repair is the main verb. And object is laptop. Okay. So we have used here repair direct verb 1. We have used here repair direct verb 1. But what will be if there is object in the place of Neeraj? Like he makes. In the place of Neeraj, we write here. What is object here? Object is laptop. So we write here laptop. This is object. This is what? This is object. So when there is object, then what will be? Dot option will be there. R-E-P-A-I-R, repair, or repaired, verb 3, or to repaired. So what is a suitable verb? What is the correct verb? He makes laptop repaired, or to repair. So let me show you once again the slide. What is correct? You can see subject, make, have, let. After these three causative verbs, if there is object, then we should use verb 3. So what is right here? Repair, repaired, or to repair. So obviously verb 3, repaired, is right answer. Why? Because here is object in the place of agent Neeraj. So when there is agent, human being, Neeraj is human here, so doer, so we should use direct verb 1. But when there is object, we should use direct verb 3. I hope you have understood this. Now we will talk about the verb, other verb, rest of the verb. Okay? Remember, have, make, let after agent, then direct verb 1. Now let's talk about other two. Causative verb with agent once again. Subject, you know very well subject, who compels, who permits, who wishes, who forces agent to do something. And get, get, this causative verb is used to convince someone to do something. It convince. And another is want. This consider, which is considered like causative verb. This is used to wish on someone to do something, like agent. Subject, get, want. With these two causative verb, if there is agent, then we should use 2 plus verb 1, infinitive verb. Let me show you let me tell you once again. If there is a make, have, let, if there are 3 causative verb, after if there is agent, then we should use direct verb 1. But after these 2 causative verb like get, want, after if there is agent, then we should use 2 plus verb 1. Let's have example. You can see the teacher gets Muna to complete homework. The teacher gets Muna to complete homework. So I have underlined infinitive verb to complete. You can see it means what? The teacher is convincing Muna to do homework. Okay, that means. Next is my papa wants me to repair his watch. My papa wants me to repair his watch. So my papa is a subject, wants is considerable causative verb, me is agent, and to repair infinitive verb. And what is the object there? His watch. So my papa wants me to repair his watch. Okay. Now let me give you more example here. Okay, let me write here one name, Susma. Susma, G-O-T, got. This is a verb 2, okay? Remember, get verb 2 is got. Susma got Rahul. Rahul is who? Obviously human, so agent. Susma got Rahul. Okay. So here will be dot, 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 dot. Okay, chocolate. Okay. Susma got Rahul dot, 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 chocolates. So I can keep here the options. B-U-Y, buy. B-O-U-G-S-T, bought. Verb 3, verb 1, and to buy. This is infinitive verb. So what is right here? Susma got Rahul buy chocolate, bought chocolate, or to buy chocolate. What is right here? So once again, let me show you the slide. This side. Okay. So just I have shown you the slide that when there is get, I'm getting a problem here. I will show you the slide this side. When there is a get, want after agent. So here Rahul is agent here. Rahul is agent. So when there is agent after get, want, this verb, then we should use direct 2 plus verb 1, infinitive verb. So what is right here? Susma got Rahul to buy chocolate. To buy chocolate. Now question is here. What will be if there is a chocolate? Because chocolate is object. If this object is here in the place of Rahul, if chocolate comes here, then which verb is used? Let me now show you the slide. Okay. Subject after get, want. If there is object in the place of agent, then we should use verb 3. Okay. So what we can understand here that after all causative verb, if there is object, then we should use verb 3. After make, and have, and let, after these 3 causative verb, if there is agent, then we should use direct verb 1. But if there is a want and get, after this causative verb, if there is agent, then we should use 2 plus verb 1. But here we can see object, so we use obviously direct verb 3, like Susma got chocolates, dot 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 dot. Susma got chocolate by, bought, or to buy. What is? Because chocolate is an object. So obviously it takes verb 3. So we need to write bought. Susma got chocolate bought. So you can ask the question, where is Rahul? Where is Rahul? You can ask the questions. But here comes by Rahul. Okay, by Rahul comes. But you don't need to write by Rahul. Okay, you don't need to write. Just Susma got chocolate bought. That's correct answer. You don't need to write by Rahul. So this is how we start. Okay, now let's have a practice with you all. And I will try to make you understand. Okay. You can see on the screen. And guess yourself what is the correct answer. And guess yourself, and when I saw, answer, then you can understand yourself your answer was correct or not. They make me dance, to dance, or dance. What is the right answer? Question is here. Me is isn't, make is causative verb. I had told you, make after if there is isn't, then we should use direct verb 1. So right answer is dance. They make me dance. Next, she gets her house. She gets her house. She gets her house. So house is object. House is object because house is not agent. House cannot do the work, other work. Okay, only agent does the other work. So house is object. So what is the right answer? Paint, to paint, or painted? Susma gets her house. When there is object, then what should be the verb? The verb should be verb 3. So painted. She gets her house painted. You can ask the questions and you can think yourself why there is painted. Because house is object. That's why. Next is here. He wants sugam. He wants sugam. Prepare, to prepare, or prepare. What is the right answer? So obviously get and want after this, causative verb. If there is agent, then we should use to2. So he wants sugam to prepare food. So thank you all of you for joining my class. I hope you all have understood what I wanted to teach you. So this is causative verb. Thank you very much. Stay happy.